Today on the show, Radical Ones, let's journey to Ponyland and fight back the Smooze. It's 1986's My Little Pony, the movie.
What's Smooze? Will we like it? Is it something nice?
It's time to get radical.
Said he's having no trouble. It's simple.
Hello there. It's showtime.
What is this, trick-or-treat?
Did I do that?
Good morning, Charlie.
Deal with it.
Daddy would have gotten us Uzis.
The power is yours.
Get down, honey, get down.
And look, I won't go far, okay? If the apocalypse comes,
Hold your fire! I'm a human!
Grace Jones.
Thundercats.
Power of 3 will set us free. Power of 3 will set us free. Power of 3 will set us free.
But I ain't one to gossip, so if anyone asks you, you ain't heard it from me. No, you have.
No more room in hell. The dead walk here.
Ooby-dooby-doo! Welcome back, Radical Ones, to another episode of the Radical Retro Rewind podcast. As always, I am your host, Radical Ryan Hunter, here with everyone's favorite brother, David, for our new episode in the new year. Hi, David. Welcome to 2026.
I made it. Three-Eye Atlas did not get me.
No.
Krampus did not get me. The Ghost of Christmas, past, present, and future did not get me. Ozempic did not get me.
Ozempic didn't get me either, David. I hope he finds me. If there's any crossovers between our Thundercats listeners and our Radical Ones, we had a live-action Christmas special, holiday special for Thundercats. It was a lot of fun to put together. It took a lot of work. Our friend Zach, who is a co-host a lot of times on Thundercats, flew out and helped us, and it was definitely a highlight of our holiday season. And nothing has changed, Radical Ones. Just to kick off our recording this day, I already spilled something. So 2026 has not changed the Radical production in any way. There's always a crash, a boom, an explosion. So maybe that's good, but
Consistency is important. I have to say, our podcast, despite our being a very humble podcast, we are very consistent. A lot of podcasts, including ones that are a little bit more, shall we say, affluent, do go on hiatus, do disappear, come back. We have been consistently going and going and going, despite the fact of that $8.29 payout every quarter.
We are going and going and going.
We're going to be golden this year.
2026, you better watch out for us. Even though it's a new year, of course we're keeping it retro.
Make it retro.
Make it retro. So we are going back to the year 1986 today. And I feel like this movie was a long time coming because it was definitely a staple growing up, and it was on my list from the beginning of Radical. And I was like, you know what? The new year, happiness, let's go My Little Pony. Why not? So this is, of course, My Little Pony, the movie. Not to be confused with the newer movie that is from the Friendship is Magic. I want to say Bronies, Ponies, fans. I only know, I want to say it's G1, Generation 1 My Little Ponies. I'm not too familiar with the others, but
if you are a brony or you are a person that loves My Little Pony, there is definitely, again, I always say room at the table, because if you personify or you embody the values of My Little Pony in general,
yes,
that you should definitely love this movie. I'm sorry. Or you should
so
definitely love the values of this movie, because they are very much in alignment with the whole My Little Pony universe.
1000%.
The friendship, the love.
Friendship is magic.
It is a good place. It's the home of My Little Pony.
My Little Pony, My Little
The happiest, most tuneful animated adventure you've ever seen. My Little Pony, the movie.
My Little Pony.
Starring Tony Randall as the marvelous Moochick, Danny DeVito as the Crunzel King, Madeline Kahn and Rhea Perlman as the evil witch sisters, and Cloris Leachman as their mother, the evil witch Hydia.
It's time to get tough
It's time to show those little ponies we mean business. It's time for the Smooze.
Oh no, not the Smooze!
The little ponies are finished.
But help is on the way.
It's too dangerous. I love danger. If those witches want to fight, then we'll give them one. Let's fly!
Megan, Danny, and Molly are coming to the rescue. Will they be able to stop the evil witches and save Ponyland? Find out in the adventure you've been waiting for. A movie the whole family will enjoy. My Little Pony, the movie. It's rated G and it's coming to theaters this June, right after school's out.
Theatrically released on June 6th of 1986, it is described as Ponyland comes under attack from the Smooze, a massive purple ooze created by an evil witch who plans to destroy the ponies' annual spring festival. And I thought it was funny as we were watching this separately this time, like David and I'm like, this is perfect. They said, winter is over for good.
My little pony, winter is over for good.
I feel like the winter's over already, right? It's New Year's, especially here in Arizona, but
there is no winter here for you. Winter is over for good if you stay in this particular state.
And this one actually had some voices at the time. You know, they were maybe not.
Yes, they were. They were Danny DeVito.
No, I know, but I mean, they're not like someone you'd be like, oh, it's Sandy Duncan or something, but it would make sense with My Little Pony. Danny DeVito and My Little Pony. It's funny.
Oh, that you were going to say they're not like
no
A+ actors.
No,
Danny
but it's
DeVito's
funny
very
that
well known.
Danny DeVito, okay, My Little Ponies, and he brought, of course, at the time, his wife, Rhea Perlman.
Of course, they're package deal.
They really did come as a package deal,
it
right?
Makes sense.
For a while.
I would totally do that if I had a partner that was acting. That would be like, it's like the director, Helena Christian Cotton Botter, Dollar,
Tim
Burton. Yeah.
I will cast, or Rob Zombie, who casts his wife as everybody, the lead.
Why
you will be
you?
Lily Monster.
Why wouldn't you?
You will be Michael Myers' mother.
Why would you not? But anyway.
Why not? Some voices, actually, Cloris Leachman, Tony Randall, Odd Couple, and beyond.
Had children. He had children. He was 70-something years old, having babies.
Did. I remember that, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
You never hear about Tony Randall's kids. You never hear about this. So, David, let's get through it. I mean, right off the bat, let's just talk about My Little Pony in general. I guess I was the original brony, David. I was the original brony. I loved My Little Ponies.
You were country before country was cool.
But the funny thing is, it was funny because My Little Ponies, He-Man, Thundercats,
I'm sitting here looking at I'm turning my head so, of course, the mic.
And I'm actually looking straight at it.
I'm turning my head to see my Little Pony lunchbox, my Little Ponies that I have collected, and in the package, even the package a little beat up, Merry Treat, which I saw going anywhere from $200 to like $600 to $800 on eBay.
Merry Treat is the Christmas pony. The G1, I want to say they call it G1 Christmas pony.
She's still in the package.
And she's beautiful. She's a beautiful pony.
She is.
She really is beautiful pony. And from KB Toys, shout out KB Toys. I guess I was lucky in that sense that Mom bought me the My Little Ponies.
She didn't know you were of a certain persuasion then.
Well, again, it didn't mean it was just for adventures. If you watch the cartoon, really, if you watch the cartoon, you wanted to act out these scenes. We always talk about this. Escape from Midnight Castle, which is the My Little Pony pilot, is creepy as hell and scary and not what you think when you hear My Little Pony. Like, I remember showing this to people and they were shocked that this was My Little Pony. They were like, I had no idea. There's adventure. There's friendship. There's love. There's humans.
Megan.
And her
Let's talk about Megan. And brother.
Megan is a doll. She's a sweetheart. She actually is originated from that pilot episode. They needed help. And one of the ponies goes over the rainbow and finds Megan, who is working in like a stall or something. She's a horse girl already. She's a horse girl, Megan. So she has this relationship with the ponies. She also has a magical item that was given to her by a character we see again in this movie, Mr.
The Moochick.
Who is Tony Randall.
And who, may I ask, are all of you?
I'm known as Wind Whistler.
And I'm Busy. We're little ponies.
And I'm Megan.
My, what a funny-looking little pony you are, Megan.
I'm not a little pony, Mr. Moochick. Don't you remember us?
You're from outside the mushroom, right?
Right. And the little ponies need your help.
Not again.
You do remember.
How could I forget?
You gave us the rainbow of light.
It worked, I presume.
It worked great, but it's gone now. The Smooze got it.
He's like a gnome that has no idea what the hell is going on, and he has a rabbit that has to basically keep him from falling, tripping, giving him ideas, and
he's like the absent-minded professor.
Yes.
He's like, but he has this companion that kind of keeps him on the straight and narrow, kind of helps guide him, like he's
a home health aide.
He's like in the Inspector Gadget
yes,
mentality, where he has Brain and Penny to like keep him like from, but does have abilities. He's magical,
but doesn't remember things. He doesn't remember Megan really, even though he gave her the rainbow of light and things like that.
Yeah, so he at one point gave her the rainbow of light, which is basically an actual magical rainbow that fights, that is self-aware,
very self-aware.
It's self-aware, and it is has become like the protector of the My Little Ponies, and it was entrusted to Megan to hold on to it.
Megan, release the rainbow of light!
I guess they figured they could just always get her if they... I think she says that. You could always come get me, but I'm keeping this.
She's like, this is my way to get back.
This is a
return to Oz.
I'll hold on to this, yeah. I don't need no key.
I won't lose the slippers.
The movie's animation, David, by the way, was completed from start to finish in 10 weeks, which is, in turn, why they feel like it was rushed, and a lot of audiences and critics panned the movie for shabby animation and flat colors. Shabby? No, this actually says shabby, but it should be shabby.
Shababby.
It should be shabby.
Shabadoo.
Animation and flat colors. I did not get flat colors from this at all. I got color.
Honestly, I would agree with that, but I actually thought that was
a choice.
I thought it was they were using more pastels and muted
pastel-y,
tones.
yes.
I thought that was part of because there is a part when they go to later on, and they go to a place called Flutter Valley, and there is more of a color palette choice that's actually stronger. But I always thought it was just that was part of the movie.
So no, evidently it's because it was so rushed to be released.
Didn't take away from anything for me.
And now for 10 weeks, the animation looked pretty darn good to me. But we don't care about things like that, really. It's a story for us. What we have at the beginning is the ponies are at Dream Castle, are preparing for a spring festival, and there is these witches at the same time that live on... Where do they live on? I wrote this
volcano.
Down. The volcano, yes. It had a name, but it's Rika, Draggle, and... Hydia, which for years, David, I swear that I thought they were saying Lydia, and then I realized it's Hydia.
Rika! Draggle! Get up here!
Because I was like, Lydia's popular Beetlejuice.
So Hydia is the mother of these two other witches, but she does not want to be referred to as their mother. It's like an insult. She does not, and it's not because she thinks she's so young that she doesn't.
Oh, God.
She just does not want to be. It's a term of endearment that she does not want to be used towards her.
And it almost seems like they don't want to grow up. They're growing up in this witch world, this witch community, and they probably want to call her mother. Yeah, they're not as witchy as they think, maybe. The daughters, but they're still evil.
They are, but there's a generational gap, much like a lot of things, which is kind of speaks to the way we live our lives. There's a like Hydia is much more evil for the sake of being evil.
Right.
Where the daughters are more because that's what they know, but they're kind of like, they question it a little bit. Like, why we, like, they're still, they still personify and definitely embody all the, like, the selfish and this and that. But at the same time, there are moments where they're like, oh, we could work together instead of fighting each other. Maybe we do need to be with other people. Maybe things aren't as black and white as things are. Not it's touched upon. It's not like this big revelation where things change, but it is that generation. And Hydia in turn gripes about it and actually sings a song about it, that they're not evil enough for her liking. Like, in other words, she's like, why are you not as evil as your grandmother, your cousins, all these other people in their generational line?
And we see portraits actually. She's explaining, and you actually see animated portraits. Your aunt did this, your grandma.
And it's like, that almost makes it come off like they're lazy, which they are, but it's almost more like they're just like, why are we doing this? Why do they hate the ponies? Why do we need to go out of our way to almost do this? Like, they'll do it because it's kind of what they know. We're here. We're on our volcano. It's not worth our time.
Volcano gloom, I want to say, or
maybe. Like, I get where they're coming from. Why are you poking your nose into something. They're not bothering us. Like,
No.
we don't care we don't see them. We don't know them.
No,
I
because
don't know her. They're
I
Mariah
don't-
Carey. I don't know her.
And I do love when they actually come out later. They're like, it's the witches. They're so cute. The ponies. They're just like, they're so cute. I love that they're thinking the witches are cute. Just shows you how pony mentality is. Although I told David I have it out for one pony in particular. But
that's what started the whole thing.
Your grandfather wasn't so nice either. Yeah, those were the good old days when everything around here was dark and dank and dreary. Before those sweet little ponies came along and made everything green and bright and colorful. I can't stand it anymore!
So at the spring fair, like, we go back and forth. So we're just setting up. The witches are out for these ponies. We don't know why. We don't know if there was a battle years ago. Bad news. If someone's sister got a house dropped on them. Who knows? They don't
What
like
you
the pony.
gonna do?
David mentioned the song. This is a musical. So be prepared for songs.
Love it.
There's also a character of Spike, which I've always loved growing up. He's a baby dragon.
Very sweet. Very endearing.
Sweet, very sweet. He's, again, from the pilot, which was Midnight Castle. And he plays the piano for them.
You're not the star, you know. I can do whatever I want. Besides, maybe someday I will be a star. I hope so. Just don't do that step, okay?
They're having this festival, and one of the baby ponies, which, David, I never understood. There's baby Sundance, but there's Sundance. They all have, like, baby versions. So do they grow up and take over the role of like, what is the pony, if radical ones know, what is the pony thing? How could you be Lickety-Split, but then there's also Baby Lickety-Split?
Maybe that's their babies. Then maybe that's just like junior and senior.
Boy, you're branded, and you have to keep that name. You are this, you're baby this.
Well, if I had a son and I named him David Jr.
Yeah, but every pony, every miniature one is the same name. It's just so funny because there is a Lickety-Split. I remember from the cartoon. This is Baby Lickety-Split. And let me tell you, Baby Lickety-Split is David. She's from Brooklyn. Much like Wile E. Kit from Thundercats. Lickety-Split is, ooh.
She got a little bit of she got a baby lisp, like a little bit of a thing because she's young.
Yes, she is.
She's learning, but she also sounds like she's from New York.
What's Smooze?
And she's hardcore too. She'll really get
She's from New York. She got a New Yorker accent. A little bit.
So any of our bunglers out there that might be fans of the cartoon Doug, this is the actress who played BB Bluff, who was the rich person in Doug, and they sound exactly, now I heard it exactly the same. That will come full circle, Radical Ones, as we're going. Basically, Baby Lickety-Split in her rainbow leotard is supposed to be performing with the other baby ponies, but she's a show-off, and she wants to be basically, in front, and that's what orchestrates this whole thing. And I'm telling you, I know David and I had this conversation offline. Baby Lickety-Split was told not to do it.
Spike told her, he said, don't. He's basically, you're on a 10. You need to reel that back in.
God, they even have him doing show notes and everything. He's putting on productions for these My Little Ponies. But the voice who does Buster Bunny from Tiny Toons, gonna hear him too. You will hear Buster Bunny once you know. Love that voice. This one pony, I don't know. She is the adult in the room, but she is nasty. I equate her to the one from Home Alone, the uncle in Home Alone who says, "You little jerk." She's like, "Baby Lickety-Split."
How could you?
How could you?
I honestly, I really didn't get that upset about it.
I don't know. I was like, wait, this is My Little Pony. They should not even speak above a whisper.
No,
she's screaming at
I
Baby
honestly think
Lickety-Split.
that this was
many years of
pent up
aggression against Lickety-Split.
Look what you've done. Look what you're wearing. You spoiled the whole number. I'm sorry. Show off. Hot dog. I thought my stuff was better. I didn't mean to spoil everything. Well, you did. Everyone was counting on you. Oh, Lickety-Split. How could you be so selfish?
Look what you did, you little jerk.
I'm trying to see what actually the name is.
I don't think that
it's not Sweet Stuff. That ain't her. Let me tell you.
Well, be honest with you, I think it just basically shows that adults can lose their temper, which I do at times with my own children. We're not perfect. So I don't think that it's not great, but it wasn't like she's like called her, like was like completely like nasty. She didn't like beat her or anything.
That's all it took. Baby Lickety-Split is running away She left a note, and Spike says, "You can't go alone," and he follows
there's another
her.
song.
Yes, she's going alone.
I'll go it alone.
I'll brave the unknown. And go it alone. Don't go it alone. I'll go with you. No. I don't need you. I don't need anyone.
They sing together, and he said, "I'll go with you." That's how the song ends.
There's so many cute little songs, like the Witches. One of the things I loved the song was
Witches,
Wizards and Warlocks, were the reason honest people purchase door locks. I thought that was
and you know what? Great song. So setting this up. At the meantime, there's another song because the witches have to get these ingredients, including the flume, which is part of where this creature lives. And they are going to make something called the Smooze, which is this purple, as we described earlier, a purple thing that literally just envelops everything it passes by. If it's onto you, it becomes like almost like melted onto you until
it hardens. And you can't get it off of your body. It's just pretty horrific. Does it kills them? It would smother you to death.
That's what I would think if you were covered with it, right? Even things like that too, like later on, a lot of creepy elements if you think about it. That forest with the trees, freaking creepy, with the ones that are throwing spikes at them. It's not the Wizard of Oz, and no apples. They're throwing like stalactites at them. It looks like whatever those
stalactites.
That's what it looked like.
They're like spikes. The Smooze comes. Wind Whistler.
Wind Whistler is she's a Pegasus pony.
And another pony goes to. They say you have to get Megan, get the Rainbow Light.
Wind Whistler! North Star! You know them? They're my little ponies.
The ones you told us about?
The very same.
Megan, time is of the essence. We've come for the Rainbow of Light.
The witches from the Volcano of Gloom are trying to destroy us.
That's awful.
So they go to get Megan, and you find Megan with her sister and brother.
So this is Molly and Danny. Clearly they were added, of course, probably to get like the younger audience thing. And I want to say that they added Danny to capture the male boy kind of thing.
Smart.
Transformers, Gem. This is like they're trying to capture both markets. Speaking of that, this is funny. Creative consultant Buzz Dixon said a group of the ponies were going to go into the human world to get help. Megan, right? He ditched a scene featuring the ponies approaching Optimus Prime from Transformers and Shipwreck from G.I. Joe to help. While the specifics of Optimus Prime's cameo are unknown, Shipwreck's scene would have apparently featured him outside of a bar drinking amber liquid from a bottle. As the pony spoke to him, Shipwreck would just stare at her in bug-eyed disbelief, and she'd fly away. Then Shipwreck would smash the bottle, take his cap off his head, put it on his left hand over his heart, and raise his right hand in an oath to quit drinking. Hasbro executives thought the idea was hilarious, but rejected it. Because Hasbro owns G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Gem.
You're having an alcoholic Transformer?
No, Shipwreck is... So, they said they didn't know the Optimus Prime. Shipwreck is a G.I. Joe.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. It took me a second. I was still thinking of Optimus Prime.
That was funny. But they get Megan. They don't see Optimus Prime. They get Megan with her sister and her brother, and they all go back to Ponyland. Did she tell them about Ponyland? Or they were shocked?
No, she says those are my little ponies. The ones like basically I told you about. So she's basically freely saying they're flying ponies and they accept it.
Well, look how little they are.
So Danny and Molly say they're coming, they can help. And Molly basically said, you've always told us that we're like empowered we can help you.
Nice.
So they go. They go.
She's like, okay.
And Wind Whistler says, well, maybe you can help. Like, in other words, she's like, okay.
Wind Whistler.
We'll get a few more humans involved. Let's see what happens. It put you in the mix.
Wind Whistler, she's very like...
No, I feel Wind Whistler is the matriarch.
Oh, is that what that voice is? She's intelligent too, isn't she?
She's just well-spoken.
Well-spoken.
She's well-spoken and she's the leader.
Yeah, she's always involved, isn't she?
She's the leader.
She speaks very like monotone too, almost, Wind Whistler. She's very like, well, Megan, if you...
I don't think so. I think she has a very pleasant... I don't know where you're getting that from.
That's how I take Wind Whistler. We all can't be beautiful ponies like Sundance, my favorite pony, who does make a cameo.
Even the other pony says, she even tells her she speaks so beautifully. beautifully.
She does. She speaks intelligently, I thought, but very like robotic, I thought.
She is the Leo to the charm ones. When she says something, it makes you feel good. She's like, she encourages them. She speaks from.
She does encourage them. She does. I like her, but she's not my favorite pony. She's definitely not my favorite pony. They take Megan back, and thus begins the adventure because the Smooze comes.
Here, take the rainbow, but let me go back with you. Maybe I can help.
No, Megan. It's our fight.
Besides, it's too dangerous.
I love danger, and I can ride like the wind.
Me too.
I'm better.
We can all help.
Perhaps you can.
If those witches want to fight, then we'll give them one.
Let's fly!
The daughters didn't get one of the last ingredients, which would be the hardest to get. So the Smooze is coming, but...
So they get Megan, she releases the Rainbow of Light, which basically goes to battle with the Smooze.
It does honestly, the Smooze, it does really well against the Smooze, and they're cheering. It's cutting it in half and making it like...
So basically, it slows it down, and then it basically, I don't know what you want to say, basically stops it.
Yes.
Like, it makes it become dormant. It's like half,
yes.
It's like very, like,
yes.
it basically tampers it down, but at the last minute, the Smooze grabs it and engulfs it and pulls it down in and traps it.
And the rainbow is gone.
And it also covers up their home, which is the castle. They live in a little, like, tiny castle.
Oh, it's Dream Castle. I think Hasbro must have released Paradise Estate, which is their next home. So they did it in a fun way. It's actually, they cover the castle. They need a new home. So why not? That comes into play later.
And there's also the drama. There's the ponies crying. Dream Castle is gone.
Into the castle, everyone! The Smooze is coming!
What's Smooze? Will we like it? Is it something nice?
And they haven't seen the Rainbow of Light fail. It's gotten them out of things before. So this is like their only.
There's
last
also
hope.
something I want to say, because this is a theme that I have come upon in this podcast and have mentioned many, many times. And again, where good writing makes you think. Originally, when the witches came down, they wanted to ruin the party. Hydia told them to make everything dreary and dank. And they said, we don't know what dank is. So guess what they had to do? They had to look up what the word dank meant. So again, as a small child, not knowing what the word dank meant, you had to look it up, which new cartoons don't teach. I'm sorry, I hate to sound like an old man, but I don't always get that. Not every new cartoon, but a lot of new cartoons are much more just visual stimulation. You don't get to think.
That is so true.
It's not smart. It's not written to make children think, and it made me think, because again, I had to figure out. But in this case, it actually, they looked it up themselves
which is funny book. Because David has brought this up numerous times, especially on. Oh, he just did it on the Muppets too. Highbrow, but Thundercats as well, and they do look it up, but the dictionary is gone at this point. It probably would be an iPhone,
but that's okay.
But yes, but they're looking it up. I
tell my children all the time, if you need to look something up, if I'm not available, you can look it up. Like, ask Alexa what this word means. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But they're still looking something up.
Remember, we have to make everything dark, dank, and dreary.
But how?
I don't know. Dark and dreary sound pretty hard to do.
Well, then we'll make everything dank.
What's dank?
I don't know. Maybe it's in here. Dabble, dagger, damage, dandruff. Oh, here it is. Dank. Oh, it means wet.
That's it! We'll make everything wet!
It turns out the Smooze wasn't as strong because they did need the final ingredient, and and the mother finds out. They kind of just try to lie to her that the Smooze is complete, the ingredient list that they gave her. And there's a whole song
of again, where the two younger witches realize there's a few things. There's a song where they realize they should work together to get the ingredients.
Yes.
Which is against they're very comedy, tongue-in-cheek, very funny, like really catchy songs. At the same time, you see that Lickety-Split and Spike are going through wherever they're going, canyons and this and that, and the Smooze almost gets them. They end up going into a cave behind like a waterfall.
And the funny thing is, right before that, the other ponies are looking for them, and they can't hear them because they had fallen down into this cavern.
And the rush of water is blocking them yelling for help, which is really kind of a cool concept.
And it's real life. That's so true.
And so they end up meeting these things called grundles.
Grundles. And this is where Danny DeVito comes in. Now, the female grundle Are you getting like Janice-y-esque with her?
Like a little dingy.
She's blonde.
Oh my god.
So they're like trolls.
They are though. It's like a form of troll.
Trolls.
They live in a small kingdom, and their kingdom was destroyed by
the Smooze. So they know about the Smooze, and they're very nice creatures.
I don't know where it kind of lies, but as they're journeying, they do get out of the cave.
Yes.
And they come upon a well.
And Spike says to Baby Lickety-Split,
very childish, very, very cute.
Well, maybe make a wish in the well.
Maybe it's a wishing well. She's like, this is no wishing. It's just a... I'm from New York. I'm very jaded. This is not a wishing well.
That's right. That's what she says.
I'm going to have a bagel and a schmear, and I'm going to have a coffee and eat some chocolate, and this is not a wishing well.
Well, he says, take on the bright side. I can't help it.
I'm a jaded New Yorker. No, anyway.
I am king of Grundles.
We are rest of Grundles.
We are all that's left of great but tiny kingdom of Grundleland.
Oh, Grundleland! We miss it!
Sorry, Grundles. I try not to mention it too often.
But also the Grundles lost their kingdom, and there's this running joke that he cannot mention Grundleland, which is where they lived, Grundleland. So he's like, do not mention Grundleland. That's his, the running joke. And the Grundles said that they were going to help Baby Lickety-Split and Spike.
This is one of the two songs that I love the most out of the whole thing, because it's not even that it's this profound song. Well, it is, but it's the playing back and forth. So there is, unbeknownst to everyone, there is a pony, a magical pony that is caught in the well.
So it's funny, they keep hearing about these things called Flutter Ponies, and you're right, they're not, even though they're ponies, they're even mythical to them, because they're beyond
because
flying.
My Little Ponies, there's unicorns who do have magic. Yes. There's Pegasus, which just can fly. They're not magical in the sense of, because they can fly, but that is magical in the sense. And then there's earthly ponies, which also live with them, which are just, but that can speak, because the ponies on Earth, because the ponies on Earth, like earthly ponies, do not speak, obviously.
Megan's horse does not
speak. But these ponies, so that's their inherent gift.
You're right. That's so true.
So there's that differentiation. So you have this kind of back and forth where Lickety-Split is singing near the well, and it's like this back and forth. But the lyrics are, you're thinking it's an echoing, but it's like
it's working as an echo,
but it's not. And if you pay attention, she's like, no one's in a fix like I am, and then it says I am. No one
deep
has
below, with bubbles.
No one has the luck I do, and then you say I do, and then it's back and forth, and look where life has led me to, and then the other voice says me too, and it's back and forth.
No one's in a fix like I am. No one has the luck I do. No one had the setbacks I have. Look where life has led me to.
And then the last part of it is what good would wishing do? And then the other voice says, it might make your wish come true.
It might make your dream come true.
And then they realize
somebody's stuck in the well. So but it's really, honestly, for me, super, super smart.
And it's beautiful.
It's super smart the way it's written, because they're not realizing, they're thinking it's an echo, but it's because the words are just slightly askew.
And it's
I know it's a child song.
I know
it's a child song, but to me, a genius.
Yes,
I agree. As someone who has written music, I'm not a Broadway or anything, but this is genius to me. The play on the back and forth and the whole thing at the well, this is a really poignant. I would do this in a musical. This would be a cute, a fairy tale musical. I wonder if
someone has taken something like this, because it is
really
genius.
It's genius to me. I don't know. Maybe people can think I'm crazy when they think about it. I think it's genius. And if someone uses it after this, I will kill them. No.
Who are you? Lickety-Split. I'm a baby pony.
The Flutter Pony is named Morning Glory, and she's played by Russie Taylor, and get this, Radical Ones, she was the voice of Minnie Mouse from 1986 to 2019, and she was married to the voice actor of Mickey until his death in 2009. So Mickey and Minnie were married. This is not to spoil anyone's, take you out of it, but you can hear Minnie Mouse 100% now. I don't know why I didn't ever thought, as a kid, it's Minnie Mouse's voice. Even I don't know how they got away with this.
Like the Mickey.
It was Minnie Mouse. It was Minnie Mouse. But maybe that's just her voice. We'll just say that's her voice. But it's cute. It's a cute thing. It's like a crossover. So there's also, by the way, Bushwoolies, which I love. Bushwoolies are these little colorful mop-looking things. They almost look like those aliens from Muppets or whatever, Sesame Street or whatever they're from.
Sesame Street.
and they're colorful and everything. Baby Lickety-Split loves the bush woolies. So they thought maybe originally she was going to find the bush woolies. I love them. They're colorful. And evidently they just agree with everything. Bush woolies, they just go, yep, yeah.
So if you say this is a horrible place, they're like, yeah, it's a horrible place. So if you say, oh, I'm so happy. Yeah, you should be. It's happy times, good times.
Another cute characters that just live in Ponyland. So they're all separate groups. Then there is a pony that is a unicorn.
So the other thing that you want to preface is that when Smooze gets on you, it actually alters your
personality,
alter
right?
your personality. Everybody that has been smoozed or has smoozed is very angry and very upset.
The rainbow of light is gone forever. Why can't we just dig it out?
That's impossible. The congealed Smooze has created an impenetrable shell. I'm afraid we're stuck with it.
No, I'm stuck with it, big mouth. Yeah, stuck with it.
We can't give up hope. Dizzy's right. We can rebuild our home and maybe even find a way to unsmooth everybody.
Rebuild! Be happy again!
Forget it. We're finished. It's over.
Yeah!
No, it isn't over. You can't give up hope.
There is another song, one of the other songs I like, there's something called There's Always Tomorrow Megan sings, and it's like about like there's always
another rainbow.
There's always another rainbow, and like there's a really beautiful song, like an encouraging song, and she so it's a very sweet, uplifting song.
I cried. I mean, I've been very emotional these last few weeks, David knows. I cried at the end of our Thundercats holiday special. Oh my God, David, this brought me back in the best way possible.
Yeah, it was really pretty. It made me tear up too. It was just a really sweet, it was a really
beautiful song. It's stupid to say this, My Little Pony, but it's a beautiful song about hope, and there's always another day, and you'll be okay. It's beautiful.
Even though you think you've reached the rainbow's end, there's always another rainbow. Always another rainbow round the
And it kind of cheers up the ponies that have been Smooze, but not really. For a moment. And there's one of the bush woolies is Smooze too. Fizzy is the unicorn pony. She has magic and she's kind of like...
Yeah, she's kind of bubbly and ditzy, and there's also another one called Shady.
And she's got shades on, like...
she's the pony that worries about everything. She's perpetually worried, and she thinks everything is her fault. Oh my God, it's my fault.
That's
I know it's my fault. Oh God.
My horn itches. Something must be wrong.
Something doesn't have to be wrong, Shady. Think positive for a change.
Everything is her fault. She blames herself for everything, and she's worried. She perpetually has anxiety. She
has anxiety.
She should be called Anxieta.
The funny thing is with usually Fizzy, I feel like her magic doesn't work usually, and she always go, I wish, and this one she just kind of like, she teleports.
So there's basically, they go see the mood chick, they ask for another rainbow light, he says there isn't one.
He don't even know who they are.
But then he kind of remembers them. So he gives them there's another music sequence, he finds them.
A home is not a home.
He finds them he gives them the Paradise Estate.
Oh, it's beautiful, Mr. Moochick.
The Paradise Estate is exactly what we were looking for.
He sends them to...
He says, here's
Flutter
a map
Valley
to
find the Flutter Ponies, which are the only thing that can fight back the Smooze.
The rabbit actually had to bring the map and give it to him.
Basically hand it to him and say,
use this.
So there's a journey, they have a map, and part of this thing, which is what we've talked about many, many times, and which is also part of being a part of a team. Each pony and each person represents a different thing, brings something to the table,
Right.
and that is part of the talents that you have. You have Wind Whistler, they go through a very large, which seems to be like these...
It's like the Wizard of Oz. They're on a journey. They're going through this.
Yes,
they're going
and you
through
see
that.
like they're going through a field of sunflowers that are like 20 feet tall.
Yes.
Like, and so Wind Whistler says, just follow me. I'll be in the sky. I'll be your eyes. Just follow me.
Smart.
And the Smooze comes, which is actually pretty cool because then then there's that element of, oh my God,
Yes.
they're gonna be in trouble because they can't see it. So there is that adventure aspect of it.
And then they come to the part where
there's a forest where the trees,
Those
like you said, are
trees, those-
throwing like spikes at them, and
the trees look creepy.
They're like evil.
They're evil trees. And Fizzy does this thing where she distracts them to throw, and like they're basically throwing in the spot she is, and she disappears with her unicorn magic. And yes, they come to a part where there's a big jump, and one pony can take 2 humans and jump somehow across. And Fizzy uses her unicorn magic to cross the gap. So again, yeah, everyone has a talent. Everyone brings something to the table. And then we come across the creature, which is a spider that we've always joked about. I swear, like, we've mentioned this spider a few times on Radical. It's this big fuzzy looking spider, and they take these reeds. Every time I see one of those reeds, David, like in a pond, I always think of this scene. They tickle him.
Which is very juvenile.
But I love it. They tickle him. And they get past him. So that's how they
And then you have parts where like Megan is going to fall down a ravine, and then the ponies
Megan in
help
her heart onesie, leotard. What do you, a romper? A romper?
No, it's overalls.
It's overalls.
It's overalls.
And Molly, her sister, has like matching
So you
outfit.
have that, and then
It's
you
cute.
have they come to Flutter Valley.
So Flutter Ponies, by the way, are stuck up.
They're naturally shy by nature. They just want to be left alone. They don't want to
I know
be
the
bothered.
feeling.
Yeah. Rosebud, who is the leader of the Flutter
Rosebud.
Ponies, basically tells Megan,
No.
we're not helping you.
No.
We just, if you have to understand, we just want to be left alone.
I mean, I guess it's because of the Smooze. They just don't want to.
They
They
want to live a peaceful
their
existence
tribe.
without anybody else.
Like, we heard that you My Little Ponies have issues all the time. Matter of fact, there was gargoyles trying to take you a few years ago.
So, long story short, then Lickety-Split comes
The groups meet.
They all merge together, comes with
Morning Glory.
So and then basically convince Rosebud and then there's that moment where Lickety-Split says, like, basically everyone has to help everybody. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the Grundles. And basically Morning Star would not be here if it wasn't like everyone kind of like
I wouldn't
out
be
of the
here,
out of the mouth
right?
out
Is
of
that
the
what she
mouth
says?
out
Yeah.
of the mouths of babes. Like, you know what? Somebody has to stop it.
You're so right. She's like, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the Grundles.
I know, but
and the Bushwallies and
but it's like somebody has to, like, in other words, you basically in life, sometimes you have to take up the cause. This is another one of those lessons in life that you need to learn. Sometimes it's not about who gets the glory. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not about Morningstar is the devil.
Morning Glory.
Sometimes it's not who gets the glory. Sometimes it's not about it. Sometimes you just have to pick up, and the battle and do it just because it's the right thing to do, just because you're the one who can actually do it and make the difference. It's not always about.
But I think, honestly, if even that didn't help, it was Morning Glory saying, she helped me, so we have to help them.
Well, she said, I don't even know. She said, please.
Please. Because this one's a queen, too. She's the queen.
They need our help, Rose Dust.
It's not our fight, Morning Glory.
But it is. It's everybody's fight. Yeah, everybody has to help everyone else. I mean, I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for the Grundles.
Greetings!
Somebody has to stop the Smooze. Please, Rose Dust.
A message. I think that for me was the message that I got. Sometimes you just have to, because you're the only person that can. Because that's what she basically said.
Something about their wings. They flap them really like...
They're like hummingbirds.
Hummingbird wings. Yes. Something that's native out where we live. Hummingbird. They make such a wind. So we find that even the new Paradise Estate that was put there is covered in Smooze.
And then, which
They're
is
on the roof.
another
The ponies
really
are
cool
on the
moment.
roof.
The ponies that are left over with all the different, like, there's forest animals
Yeah.
and stuff.
Oh.
They get to the roof.
I love that.
They all go to the roof of Paradise Estates, and they can't escape because they're covered. They're surrounded all around, and they go to the roof, and there's a scene where this is the ending, basically the ending where I don't know which pony says now.
Sweet Stuff is on the roof, but she's the one that gets covered too, Sweet Stuff.
I'm not sure which pony says basically.
Magic Star. Does any of these ponies look familiar to you? Yes, they all blend.
It's nearly on top of us. We'll have to make a run for it. We can't. We are surrounded by Smooze. To the roof.
Just watch. The Smooze will do the rest.
What are we going to do? Everyone, close your eyes. Close them. That's it. Now I want you all to think of Megan and Magic Star and Fizzy and Wind Whistler. Now imagine a sky filled with Flutter Ponies. Do you see them?
I don't see anything. Neither do I.
I do.
What's that sound?
So there's basically the pony says, close your eyes and imagine a sky filled with Flutter Ponies.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Picture the Flutter Ponies. Close your eyes.
Because basically, they're going to get covered. They're going to be.
Yeah,
honestly, to me, it implies they're going to get killed.
Yeah, I think that's what it is almost. Yeah.
I mean, if that thing covers you, you're dead. Basically, you're suffocated. Like you don't get. I don't understand. Like
I don't know because that's true. They do have a relationship. David, I forgot to even bring that up. Creatures of the forest interact with them. They're at the shows.
They're animals.
But they don't speak. But they're like rabbits,
Deer.
raccoons, cute little animals, skunks. And yeah, and then magically though, they say, I hear them. And they do. They hear the wings flapping. And at this point, the witches are on their boat and they're singing, nothing can stop the Smooze witch, Radical Ones. It seems like you all remember that when I made a poll for us on Instagram.
Something bad is coming down. Have you heard the news?
Listen up.
Don't get tired running high. Nothing can stop the Smooze.
You can't stop me.
See the way it slithers forth, spewing gobs of ooze. Here it comes right now. Nothing can stop the Smooze.
No way.
You can't escape it. You can't escape it. You haven't got a chance. That evil goo is a witch's brew. No matter what you do, it's gonna get to you. Anyone who tries to fight is guaranteed to lose.
Guaranteed.
You can't win. You're the Buccaneers. Nothing can stop the Smooze.
Don't even try.
Here comes the Smooze cruising along, singing its funky, gunky song. Ain't nowhere to stop. Gooey, gooey, love. When it comes to witches' brews, Smooze is what we choose. We won't swap, nothing else could stop our crop of unstoppable. Nothing can stop the Smooze.
You all mentioned the Smooze song, so it is a big part of the
Did you also think that the ship has boobies? That there's like two inflatable boobs?
Yes.
Like that was very...
That's
that
women
done?
power. That's witch power.
Was that supposed to be some kind of... I don't know. But
First they got Amber Liquid in the bar from the G.I. Joe earlier.
But anyway, so then the Flutter Ponies do push back the Smooze, and there's some funny things where the witches start. They're like, "You told us that nothing could stop the Smooze," and the mother Hitty is like, "I lied," and she's like, "So you lied to us?" And they start calling her mommy, mama,
oh, that's
mom.
right, the torture, right?
And she goes, "Is that? And you told us we didn't need anybody. Is that another lie?"
Yeah.
So that was a really pivotal. I'm going to tell you something again.
So
to me, someone who reads
true.
between the lines, again, the way I interpret things,
That's
for someone
so
to say,
true.
"You told us we didn't need anybody else," is that another lie? To me, that is a very adult thing to say to somebody.
Because we always say this, they didn't speak down to these kids at the time. Yes, there's like cutesy things, like we said, like, oh, it's so cute, like ponies and stuff. But no, at the same time, they're putting real life things into this. And it was a lie. I lied.
So then the Grundles, they're gifted the
Dream Castle. They get
Dream Castle to start over.
But wouldn't their land be, unless it was so far away from Ponyland? But I thought they just got the Smooze out of everywhere because their land was smoothed. But anyway, they got upgraded. They got the castle. Why not?
And as thanks for saving Lickety-Split, we want you to have Dream Castle. You can begin your kingdom again.
You mean it?
It's yours. We have Paradise Estate now.
Grundle King touched. Having new kingdom better than vacation.
Goodbye, little ponies.
And the ponies got Paradise Estate.
Like,
and the Rainbow of Light is free.
But Megan this time's like, oh, maybe I don't want to come back here again. She gives it to Lickety-Split. Oh, she forget it. She's going to have the biggest head for the rest of her life.
You keep it, Lickety-Split. The Rainbow of Light belongs here with the little ponies.
I belong here, too.
I can't think of a better place to be.
And then the Rainbow Light picks the witches up and dumps them into the Smooze.
The Rainbow Light was like, I'm not a My Little Pony. Oh, it's David. It's not my, they might be good.
Don't step to me.
But I'm better. I will not let you get away with this. Yeah. Oh, the Rainbow Bright is catty. Ponyland is saved. Baby Lickety-Split, that mean pony from the beginning says, I'm sorry, Baby Lickety-Split. I'm sorry I was hard on you.
She said, I'm so glad that you're home.
Oh, that's right. She doesn't apologize. She just says, I'm so glad you're home.
Look what you did, you little jerk.
But they nestle together. They nestle their faces together in horse fashion, you know. They do horse fashion.
They do horse fashion.
And shout out again to Sundance. I saw you, girl. You don't have a voice, but I love you, Sundance.
Oh my God.
Why didn't they let her have a voice?
She don't deserve a voice.
No reconnoiter. No, between her and Megan, like, I know you, Megan. No, nothing. But they do sing the My Little Pony theme, which I love that they always change it at the end. Is that a teardrop in your eye? Tomorrow they're going to see you again. Well, Megan's like, don't call me too soon. Like, let me
want to go back to a magical kingdom with ponies?
But they only contact her when there's something wrong. Katrina, which, oh my God, we have to do at one point. Escape from Katrina. Wrong. Something wrong. Had to come for that. That dragon.
Have you ever seen the new one? With Emily Blunt as the bad character?
No. I've only seen clips of it. But speaking of that, so I found out a few little things. My Little Pony's Generation, the comic from 2021 that lasted till 2022, was some years after their encounter with the ponies. Hideous daughters become mothers to Dree and Drackle. During a month-long departure from the Volcano of Gloom, they tasked the pair with getting revenge on the ponies. However, their failure to specify which pony results in Grackle and Drea attacking the world of Equestria. I know Equestria is the new My Little Pony world. But again, I asked David this off camera. I'm going to ask it to our radical ones. So is this like the multiverse? Because these ponies are different than these ponies.
Those are the baby ponies, though.
No, but it's like they're in the comic, from what I'm seeing, is they're drawn like the new ones and the old ones are drawn like the old ones, so they're like completely different. Like the 80s ones look like the 80s ones, and they're like next to those thin new
they're
ponies.
Different, but maybe they are different ponies.
So it's like a multiverse then. It must be some kind of multiverse where these ponies,
I think that's amazing,
are existing at the same time as these ponies. So
it's like Trolls.
Also, Megan does evidently make an appearance in an episode of the My Little Ponies, and I love they drew her with her My Little Pony movie romper with the heart, whatever, the overalls. So she does make an appearance in the new ones, like a very slight appearance.
But she's older?
It's like their version of Megan. So again, maybe there's like Spider-Man, there's Megans. There's Megan.
I love that for her. I mean, I would love to visit Ponyland, but it'd have to be hard not having any other human beings there. Only ponies. It'd be nice to visit, but it wouldn't be something you'd want to necessarily stay all the time. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so despite the movie being a critical and box office fiasco that was withdrawn from cinemas within weeks after its release,
I can't believe that.
A 10-part episode called The End of Flutter Valley, aired later in autumn of the same year, starts where the events of this movie left off. I need to see this. 10 episodes that pick up after this movie left off.
Wow.
Radical ones, if you haven't seen this, and it did seem like quite a few of you have seen it in our poll on Instagram, this movie is available for free on YouTube. It's also available on DVD, which I have somewhere in storage, but for free. We'll put a link in the description box below. David, you watched this with your daughter in preparation, and I always say this, I love when we get the modern take from David's kids when we can. What did she say?
She liked it. She just thought it was very long. But you have to remember, the episodes that they watch, they go from episode to episode, and they're like the Netflix things where everything's like 22 minutes, 23 minutes, and it's on to another episode. So you have to realize that
attention span too is just...
Yeah, that's very difficult for them. Although they do watch movies, but I think that this was an hour and 25 minutes, I think, right?
But oddly enough, and we love Secret of the Sword, but I feel like The Secret of the Sword goes on forever. This, to me, actually, for some reason, went pretty quick.
Well,
but if you're a child, I could see that.
Just to touch on that for 1 second, The Secret of the Sword, in my mind, as soon as He-Man, Adam gave Adora the sword and she held it, it should have, like, her memory should have jogged. The power of Grayskull should have, like, infused into her little brain.
Oh, cut through.
Zapped her, killed Shadow Weaver's magic, and she should have been like, holy crap. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Brother!
Like, well, I'm saying the power of Grayskull is like super powerful, more than Shadow Weaver's magic. It should have she should have touched the sword and she should have gotten like a jolt, and then that should have been finito.
Do you think she had to make the decision?
No. The sword chose her. She didn't choose the sword.
She had to choose to save He-Man for the sword to work. You know how these things work. With that, to me, I always go, oh, this feels long. But it's so true. As a matter of fact, when we do get to Thundercats Roar, for our Thundercats listeners, those are like 10, 15-minute episodes too. So that is something with modern cartoons. They are short.
That's going to be interesting because we can talk forever on something.
Of course, we do have to do one more thing, which is add something to our time capsule.
All right, Clive. Let's find out who the winner is.
Now, David, what represents, not My Little Pony, what represents this movie the best? To make it easier for you, I don't know. I'm picking the Smooze.
I was going to pick the Smooze too, so I think we should just get like some slime.
Slime.
Purple slime.
The Smooze. Because this is the Smooze movie. So that was very easy. Okay. The Smooze has officially entered into the time capsule. It does represent this movie. It's the villain, basically. It's the whole plot. You have to fight it. You have to get Flutter Ponies. I guess you could put Baby Lickety-Split's rainbow leotard because that also caused a whole commotion. But no. So recommended? Would you recommend it to the modern audience?
I loved it. Maybe some people would have to look through a nostalgic lens, but for me, well written. I actually enjoyed it. It was very nostalgic for me. Good values. If you like the values that My Little Pony sets forth, I don't think there's anything that you would be lacking from it. I don't know. If you like musicals, if you like...
And if you don't, the songs last very short. It's not like...
cute. There's some good values in it. If you like Wicked... I mean,
if you see the story of two ponies.
No, I'm just saying, like, people who like there is some, like, a cheesy factor, but there's like some really good stuff, and there's like some really...
The cheese comes, though, I feel like, with anything. It's
a kid's cartoon. Okay, we're 40... Well, you're 40. I'm slightly older. Talking about a kid's cartoon from 1986. So, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it's great. And I think the fact that it has such good morals and values, and it is entertaining, and you have definitely some talented actors.
The acting held up to me. The motion and the characters.
It was great. I don't know. I think it was great. I think it's silly that they said it left the theaters. I don't even know where that came from. I think that was stupid. And I'm not even looking from a nostalgic lens. I was just
even
watching
in that.
it.
No, I mean, in 1986, you mean to tell me this wasn't the entertainment of the time, right? That's exactly what it was.
I don't know. It's weird to me.
Maybe there was something else open at the time that competed with it, because to me, this would be a box office success. It's funny because our gem, that movie is like classically the new movie that left the cinema the quickest now. Like that's like the newest generation movie, like the gem movie, like lasted like days or something.
Wow.
There you go. Oh my God. So
unfortunately, that was a disappointment.
Yawn disappointment.
I like Showgirls better.
I like Samantha Newark's cameo as the hairdresser in the Gem movie. that was the best
Shout out to
part.
you, Samantha. Yeah. We love you.
We love you, Samantha. You definitely made our 2025 magical.
Yes,
so thank you.
Absolutely.
So that was our comeback episode. We still don't know what we're doing in 2 weeks, but if you hear this and have suggestions, it probably will be too late because we got to have it recorded already. We will have an episode of Thundercats next week with our special guest, Buddha.
Sean.
Love having him on. And again, 2 weeks, you will have a new episode of Radical. We are figuring that out for you now. Of course, it will be retro.
Make it retro. Is that also available on iTunes?
It's on iTunes, Spotify, and where you get your music. Apple, everywhere. Oh, that is iTunes.
Yes, it is. You old thing. Can't even remember getting old.
And of course, while you are at it, if you're enjoying this and you haven't done it yet, we could use a 5-star review on that Apple podcast.
Yes, you can just write amazing, wonderful, retro, delicious.
The ponies brought me here. That's what you could say. Ponies brought me here. Or nothing can stop the Smooze. Could we get a review that says nothing can stop the Smooze?
Review us. Tell your friends. Tell anybody. We need you to click that like and subscribe.
This is going to be the year of Radical. We're going to take over the world by the end of next year, so you're along for the journey. Hopefully this episode brought that magic to you. Friendship is magic. Friendship is magic. So Radical Ones, that was another episode of Radical Retro Rewind Podcast. You can always find David at Universal Appeal 2020, all one word, on Instagram, as well as the Radical Retro Rewind Podcast, one word, on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and beyond. Thundercats 1985 reviews for our Thundercats content on Instagram. All of these links, Radical Ones, are always in the description box wherever you're listening to this to make that easier for you. David, I'm so glad that we started 2026 off with 1986.
And actually, this is a...
oh yeah, isn't that like a... Wouldn't that be?
This would be a anniversary.
This will turn 40 in the summer, so we're ahead of the game finally. 40 years of My Little Pony, the movie. And you heard it here first. First celebration. First acknowledgement.
We are first. Take that.
Thank you again, and as always, stay radical.
My little pony, my little pony.
Now comes the time to say goodbye.
My little pony, my little pony.
Could that be a teardrop in your eye? No need for sorrow.
Think of tomorrow, we'll be together again. My little pony, my little pony. Hope you keep smiling till then. I hope you